Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video I'm going to be talking a little bit about the health effects from eating disorders. Specifically I'm going to be talking about bulimia because that is the main eating disorder that I've struggled with and still am struggling with. I just want to tell everyone the damaging consequences that bulimia has on the body, on the mind, on everything, because it is really dangerous and it can kill people. And before I start, I do actually want to talk about an article I read about a girl who actually died from her bulimia. I will tag the article in the description below. Before you see it, I do want to put a huge trigger warning because it does have a lot of information and a photo, which is really disturbing to see, but it is such... It's one of those articles that you read and you just think, oh my gosh, eating disorders are serious. So please check that out. If you want to, you don't have to. I personally wouldn't have gone looking for it. Someone showed me it and it really kind of shocked me. Anyway, I'm rambling. Let's get straight on with this video. So I'm just going to talk about the kind of effects that bulimia can have on your social life and your relationships and everything. So the things I have come across is that bulimia makes you very isolated. You spend the majority of your time alone. You isolate yourself away from everyone. I left school, I didn't see my family. I was volunteering at a certain time and I stopped doing that. I stopped everything and became a hermit in my own home. I would rarely even go downstairs and see my parents. I was literally by myself for a whole year, completely alone. I didn't go out and see my friends. I would have the intention of going to see my friends and I would organise to meet them, but in my head I knew that when the day would come I just wouldn't go. Bulimia also ruins your relationships just in general with people, kind of following along with being socially isolated. My whole family broke apart completely. Everyone was just on different pages. No one really understood what was going on with anyone. We all weren't communicating and it was a complete mess, and our whole family just tore apart and it made the whole life environment so stressful and there was so much tension and it was just a bit awkward and just not a very nice environment to live in. Huge thing that I really don't like about bulimia in general is it has literally made me broke. I don't have any money at the moment. I spent all my savings, all my work money, all my money just on buying food that is just going to waste. My mum even says to me, you might as well just get 20 quid and flush it down the toilet, because that is pretty much what I'm doing. I've mentioned in my eating disorder story video that it got to a point where I had no money. I actually resorted to stealing food from shops, which is a really bad idea. It's illegal. Don't do it. You shouldn't do it. I only did it once and got caught and never again, but in that moment all I could think of was I need food, I need to get it, I don't care, I'll go through anything to get it, and I didn't have any money. So yeah, it's kind of the social effects I guess bulimia has had on me. I'm now going to talk about the physical and health problems that I've experienced. Yeah, so a few of these are I lost pretty much most of my hair. I'm actually wearing extensions at the moment because my hair is so thin. I think my real hair is this at the moment. It's this long and I don't know if you can see, but it is damaged and thin, and it is thin and brittle, and I wear extensions just to kind of make myself feel better and so I don't look as gross, even though I still look gross. But even now when I'm brushing my hair or I get out the shower, clumps of hair will just fall out in my hand and it's horrible and I hate it. Also my nails, I don't know if you can see, but they are absolutely disgusting. They are dry and brittle, and that is literally just due to not having any nutrition in me at all. And yeah, it's so annoying. I do wear fake nails quite a lot, but then that just damages your nails more, so I'm trying to grow them. I put on strengthening stuff on them, but yeah, eating disorders really mess up your physical appearance like with your hair and nails and everything. Also, going along with like things you can see, puffy cheeks. They're not actually as swollen as they usually are, but I get a lot of swelling around here and under my chin, especially up here. It swells and I look like a chipmunk, and that really sucks. I'm not sure how to pronounce this, so I'm just gonna try. I've written it down because I don't actually know how to pronounce it, but it's calluses? I'm probably saying that completely wrong. It's spelled C-A-L-L-O-U-S-E-S, and that basically is the marks on your hand that I've got from purging. I don't use a toothbrush or anything. I do use my hand, and the effects from that is I get a lot of scarring on my hand. I get a lot of questions from people asking if I have acne on my hand, and in like a life situation where someone doesn't know about my eating disorder, I do tell them it's acne. If they ask if it's acne, I'm like, yeah, I've just got things, because I don't want to say to someone, oh yeah, I throw out my food and I've got scars on my hand. Like, I don't really want to say that. So that is also one of the effects. So glamorous. So now on to some like internal effects you can get from them. So I experience a lot of really bad heartburn and acid reflux to the point where I can't sleep because I feel like my heart is being torn apart and it's burning, and I cannot explain how painful it is. I honestly can't drink anything because anything I swallow just burns, because there's just acid like sitting like right here, and oh, I just can't even explain how painful that is. There's also dehydration. You can kind of tell when you're dehydrated if you press against your skin, and if it leaves a mark. I'm actually pretty hydrated because I've been drinking a lot of water today. Like, press on your arm or something and it leaves like a yellowy mark that kind of like comes up and then goes, it probably means you're dehydrated. And bulimics and anorexics, or if you're just not drinking anything, can become severely dehydrated, which can lead to low potassium, which is more common if you have bulimia, but if you are purging and you are purging water, you become dehydrated and your potassium levels will get really low. And I've been in hospital around 5 times due to low potassium, because it puts you at such a high risk of having a heart attack or heart failure, or something along the lines of having a really serious heart problem. So they put you on a drip. But if you are struggling with purging, I really suggest you go and talk to your GP. And like, you should just talk to your GP anyway if you think you have an eating disorder, but especially if you're purging a lot, then they might recommend you to get onto potassium tablets. I am taking Sandoz, which you just dissolve in water and you drink it, and it just makes sure that your electrolytes and your potassium levels stay up high, because you are at risk of just dying at any second if your potassium levels are seriously low. I think the healthy range for potassium, I'm not too sure, so correct me if I'm wrong, are between like 4.5 up to like 8 or something, and I've been at stages where my potassium has actually been at like 2.3 or something, which is extremely life-threatening. So yes, I suggest if you are really struggling with this, then do take potassium tablets, go to your doctor ASAP please. So with heart things, you can get irregular heartbeats, you can get heart seizures, heart attacks. Your heart is straining all the time and it's trying to pump, it's trying to keep you going, but you're putting so much strain and stress on it that there's going to come a point where it's just going to be like too much stress, and it's gonna kill you. That's the truth. I've experienced this multiple times, but the blood vessels in my eyes, they can actually rupture and you end up with a lot of blood in your eyes, which obviously is really dangerous as well, and it's not fun and it's painful, and yeah, you just please be careful. Talking about this, I just want everyone to listen to this and to realise how glamorous eating disorders are not, and that they're actually really disgusting and ugly, and they are not what you see on like Tumblr and Instagram. And on to the really glamorous things. You can get gum disease, your teeth can fall out. My teeth are actually okay. However, recently I've noticed I've had a lot of toothache. My teeth are quite yellow, even though I do brush them. But for example, educating Shani, she lost all of her teeth due to her bulimia. I know several other people who've had to have teeth taken out from it. But it really messes up with your teeth because obviously of the acid and everything, and it's not good. I also have anemia, or low iron, which just makes you really pale and you have no energy. I think anemia can happen to anyone. Like, my mum has it, but she doesn't have an eating disorder. She just naturally has low iron. You can get supplements for that, which I think, like, yeah, they boost up your iron levels and you become more energized or something like that. I don't know. With bulimia, if you're just not, if you don't have like a well-balanced diet, you can have like hormone imbalances. So because I haven't had much nutrition, because I've been struggling with this for 5 years, my menstrual cycle actually stopped for 5 years and I didn't have it. I did have it a few weeks ago, but it stopped again. So my hormones are all over the place. A little bit of TMI, but it does lower your sex drive. You end up kind of not wanting anyone to be near you, and you're kind of just like, everyone just get away from me. Going back onto at the very beginning of this video, I was talking about the article I saw about a girl who died from bulimia. She actually died, I think it was her stomach ruptured, caused from internal bleeding because she had eaten so much food that her stomach ruptured. I hear people joke about this a lot. A lot of my old friends used to say like, oh, I've eaten so much, I think like my stomach's about to burst. That is a possibility. Like, your stomach can rupture. If you're purging, your esophagus can actually rupture. I have had multiple tears in my esophagus, which it's really gross. It does cause a lot of bleeding when you are purging, and it is so dangerous. If this has happened to you and you haven't gone to a doctor about it, I don't care if it happened to you like a month ago and you haven't done anything about it, go and see your doctor now. It is so serious and people don't take it seriously. Like, when it first happened to me, I was like, oh, it's fine, it won't happen to me again. But I had to go and see a doctor just because it's scary. Like, I told my mum, and to me, I was just like, oh yeah, I just had a bit of blood in it. But my mum was like, oh my gosh, no, like, this is serious. So if this has happened to you, please go and see a doctor right now. Like, stop watching this video, I don't care, unsubscribe, do whatever, go and see your doctor now. The last thing I'm going to talk about is bloating. Oh, the bloating. From bulimia, when I eat normally and eat normal portions, or even if I just drink water, my stomach will bloat to the point where I legitimately look like I'm 6 months pregnant. And people think I'm joking about this or over-exaggerating, but trust me, the bloating, it makes me look like I'm expecting like a freaking baby or something, and it's so painful and your stomach gets swollen. And it's just because your body has no idea what you're doing to it. Like, 1 minute there's food, 1 minute there's not. Like, you go days without eating and then your body is going crazy. It doesn't know what it's doing. And it's not fun. It's not glamorous. I wouldn't wish this on my worst enemy. That's a few of the effects that I've experienced with bulimia. This is kind of like a quick video because I actually have to go out in like 2 minutes and I just had the urge to make this video. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in my next video. I hope you all have a lovely day, and I love you all, and I'll see you soon. Bye!